Gather round, children, I think that you should. Listen to the tale of Little Red Riding Hood. She woke up this morning in her bed in her house. She lived on her own without parents or spouse. She loved to travel, she had seen Big Ben. She was independent.
Girls should be equal to men.
She dreamt about love, that the man of her heart would come in through a wall and her dream life would start. Riding Hood did a lot of some and another, but most of the time she missed her grandmother. She lived quite deserted, far away in the woods, but she didn't mind. She was hip in her hoods. And as Riding Hood thought about Grandma plus cow, she said to herself,
I'll go visit her now.
Riding Hood thought her granny quite strange, but she had made up her mind and it's not likely to change. She put on her hood for personification and ran through the door without hesitation. As she took down the stairs, she excited a while and started her journey Egyptian style. But what she didn't know was that not far away, in a tree sat an old wolf called Grey. Grey was the youngest of many Greys, and the thing was that Grey hadn't eaten for days. Grey was the kind of wolf that agreed that fair trade and human rights are silly indeed. He had high thoughts about whiskey and money, but right now he thought about meat dipped in honey. Riding Hood loved the summer light air, the sunshine at noon and the wind in her hair. In her basket she carried cookies and scotch. In her heart, a feeling of being watched. A feeling she couldn't quite shake off her back. Then she saw a big creature fit down the track.
Good day.
Good day.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm going to visit the grandma of mine.
This grandma of yours, is she meaty and fresh?
Not meaty, but tubby, I guess.
If one would cook her, should you use garlic-based sauce? Or milk with cheese? No tomatoes, of course. Do you think that your grandma would fit in a stew? With potatoes for two? Hey, who are you? Hey! Hey!
Riding Hood stayed not for next funny question. She took off and walked in another direction.
Wait, Red Riding Hood. There are so many flowers to pick here for you.
Flower picking? I'm actually 22.
The wolf saw his moment for eating pass and sat himself slowly down in the grass. An idea started to take shape just as he hastily stood up and disappeared behind a tree. Grey's first plan was so ingenious and clever, he had it in his mind since forever. It originated from the evil of his bone. In the middle of her path, he put a small stone. But as there are many stones, Riding Hood didn't notice or care. Grey, what were you thinking there?
Just leave me alone, okay? Give me a break!
Yodel, I've been lying around for 2 hours, feeling the scent of the forest and the flowers, when I heard something walking up towards me, and I saw this as a major opportunity. You know, since I went blind, I can see no more, and my everyday life is a major bore. Most of all, I miss my greatest joy, which is no less than playing Mario on my Game Boy. Please, though, would you mind to lend me a hand, because I really miss jumping around in Mario Land. What's happening now?
There is a shroom and a shell.
What's happening now?
I'm jumping like hell.
What's happening now?
I'm going to fall.
What's happening now?
I'm winning it all.
Ah!
But what she didn't know was that not far away, in a bush, sat a wolf who encouraged her play.
She's not well engaged. I think she will leave. But I will not worry. I have more tricks up my sleeve.
This show was fun, but I have to go. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye and go.
Hello, little person. Do you know of the sorrow that covers my past, my today and tomorrow? Have you ever beheld such a horrible feature as this wretched, gigantic creature?
I love to help, but I'm so much smaller than you. People think I'm 12 and I'm actually 22.
Ever since I was 8 or 9, I've been bigger than the friends of mine. My life is saved in a fraction by a liposuction.
Granny was busy working off her tummy through practicing kung fu on a human-sized dummy. She was a fourfold winner in the Irish MMA. She smashed 30 bricks 2 times a day. The wolf made his scariest face by the door. But when Granny opened, he realized this lady was hardcore. Gray quickly realized that he couldn't harm her. He changed his strategy from killer to charmer.
Hello.
Hello.
I come in?
Of course.
The wolf thought definitely garlic-based sauce.
I think I dropped my contact.
Where?
In here.
I'll go have a look for it, dear.
Granny didn't know as she bent down to look. This was the oldest trick in the book.
You'll be fine, just don't care what they say. You'll find people just like yourself one day. Hi, lovely grandma. How are you? Oh wow, you never look so female as you do right now.
It's so nice to see you.
You too.
Come in. I'm dying to hear all about how you've been.
Wait a minute. Something feels wrong. Have you changed the curtains while I was gone? Granny, you got something to eat? Oh, this smells like garlic and meat. Ah! Oh, you scared me like shit.
It's okay, dear. Come and have a seat.
Oh, Granny, how come you have such big eyes?
So I can see how good you look with French fries.
Huh? Why is your nose so big? And why are you sniffing me?
That's because I haven't had plastic surgery.
What? Why is your mouth as wide as a street too?
Isn't it obvious? Do you want me to spell it out for you? I want to eat you.
Oh no.
But Gray, why did you have to wait for so long? You're 2 times as tall and 4 times as strong. Did you do all this just to dress up in tights? What are you, some kind of transvestite?
Just leave me alone, okay?
As Granny and Red Hood both has been gone, the story can end, and our Grey Wolf has won. He's taking a nap very full, and not only, he's owning a house which is comfy and lonely. But that's not what happens in our version. Gray hadn't accounted for one pretty person. A hunter, our savior, with thorough presentation. When it comes to hunting, he has top concentration.
There is a lot of dust
On the book in his shelf, Hunter's main problem is that he's in love with himself. He believes that women fit better in cooking art. He also has dreams about the girl of his heart. That sure doesn't sound like the snore of a lady. It's 2 times as deep and 4 times as shady. The hunter paved way and rushed in through the door. The sight was a sight he had seen once before.
The youngest of Grays, I recognize you. We met in a boxing match in 1992.
He listened and heard a small little yelp. It sounded like someone was crying for help. The hunter analyzed and thought,
Be quiet, damn you! He's eaten the lady! I'll cut him in two! Ah!
and what about the grandma? Had she forgotten him? Maybe.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh jäklar! Ouch! Chilla!
His ideals were silly, he noticed quite soon. But for this girl, the hunter would bring down the moon. The hunter matched her ideals pretty bad. But she recognized his face from the dreams that she'd had. They found themselves lost through their love resurrection. They were perfect together in all imperfection.
And that, my darlings, was the tale of no other than of how I met your mother.